In an incident that has sparked revulsion across the country and perhaps the world, on an Air India London-bound flight, a lizard was found allegedly in a meal tray served to a passenger. The incident took place on the Delhi-London flight AI 111 soon after it took off. The lunch, which was wrapped in cling film, had a lizard scurrying from under a burger that was part of the meal. The aircraft crew offered to replace the tray, but the irritated passenger refused and later filed a complaint with Air India, something that the airline has now denied. The national carrier has denied the entire incident, in fact. In an official statement, it said that the airline has investigated the incident and found it to be false and baseless. It has also said that it has not received any complaint from the passenger on board the flight or from its office in London.
DG is, of course, police, so they have to do their investigation. I understand one life was also lost. So it's not a thing where it's a very serious thing. Of course, there has also been vandalism, and the country can ill afford such type of incidents. Because this throws total Indian aviation impact. It cannot happen this way. It's a serious thing and action will be taken.
And there's some news just in, a news update on this story. This is being seen as India Today's impact because we reported this story first. Air India has decided to set up a committee to investigate the lizard in the food tray matter. A committee is to be formed to investigate completely. Air India feels prima facie that there could be some mischief at play, perhaps being perpetrated by an vindictive insider. Various bodies are to be questioned internally. Air India insists so far they've received no complaint and they believe that someone is trying to tarnish their image. I want to go straight across to India Today's Pankaj Upadhyay live on this story. Pankaj, take us through what Air India has said. They've set up a committee to probe this entire affair, and at the same time they're saying that it's baseless and it's an attempt to tarnish their image.
That's right. Air India finds itself in a very embarrassing situation, Shiv, at this point of time, not just on the television screen, it's all over in the social media, and people from all over the country are tweeting about this entire incident. But even at this point of time, Air India maintains that the entire incident never happened at all. And the reason that they are citing is that no passenger has come forward to lodge a complaint either in India or in London. And as of now, my sources tell me that Air India has constituted a committee. They have ordered an internal probe. They will be investigating the entire incident.
Right.
Now, what's interesting, Shiv, really here is that officials on condition of anonymity say that they are saying that perhaps there could be a mischief on part of certain unions who have done this entire mischief. Now, I have had a word with the unions as well. Now, they are in a very fiery mode. They are challenging Air India that they should substantiate the charge that they are leveling on their various unions. Mind you, as we all know that this entire tussle between the management and the union is years and years old. This is nothing new. But Air India cannot shy away from taking the responsibility. This is not the first time this is happening.
Right.
So we have ourselves reported last year when a cockroach was found in the meal, when a worm was found on the meal, and today a lizard has appeared. So the investigation is still on. But as I said, interestingly and unfortunate as it may be, Air India is completely brushing off all the charges and saying that the incident has never happened at all.
All right, so Air India is saying the incident's never happened. The entire lizard controversy has now become one where Air India alleges that it's a mischievous attempt to tarnish its reputation. Former Director General Civil Aviation Kanu Gohain, a well-known aviation analyst as well, is with us to give us his expert view this evening. Mr. Gohain, thanks for agreeing to be with us on this story that has so many different angles. It all began with a photograph that went viral on social media. It was, apparently confirmed. The news media took up the issue. First, you had the Civil Aviation Minister who said that it is disgusting, it's unacceptable, and action will be taken. And then you've got Air India now coming out and saying that this is baseless, no complaint has been received, and it looks prima facie to be an attempt to tarnish Air India's reputation either from outside or from within, for which they have set up a committee. Mr. Gohain, what is your initial assessment of what's going on here, sir?
It is really very embarrassing and of course unfortunate. The national airline Air India is now trying hard to get back to its old colors.
Yes.
And now such incidents certainly brings down its rating as an airline. And we as Indians, we are really embarrassed by this thing because we like Air India to go up.
Yes.
So in its rating as it was in the earlier days. I heard the Honorable Minister also saying that it is not tolerable and some action will be taken. That's a very good stand because we have to find out that the quality of service is always there for Air India, which was earlier at one time. Now it is good to hear that Air India themselves, though they are denying the fact and saying that it is because of some vested interests, but an investigation they have set up, I hear from you.
Yes.
So if that investigation is done, and they will certainly come out with the facts of the case, and if there is a negligence on the part of the catering department, then the things will be pointed to them for the airlines to take action. If it is a case, as has been speculated, that there are some inside elements who are trying to bring down the image of the, that will also come out in this committee's inquiry or whatever you have stated just now. And maybe I will say that the government, the ministry and Air India should take stern action if they detect any such people who are insiders trying to damage Air India's reputation.
But Mr. Gohain, like our correspondent Pankaj was just saying, there have been incidents in the past as well, where contaminants have been found in food, other such incidents of negligence in terms of either hygiene or services in Air India, where Air India has by default, put up a very defensive posture. They always come up with this excuse saying, there are vested interests trying to tarnish the image of Air India. So in this case, is there any merit in Air India saying that it looks like vested interests even before they've conducted the investigation, sir?
No, you see, I do not know what Air India has stated officially, but if such cases have come to light, either through the passenger complaint or through the social media or Twitters, everything, Air India should take these things on the serious note. And instead of denying that no, it has not happened and speculating that there could be some other reason, it is good that Air India has constituted a committee to investigate and find out the facts of the case.
Absolutely. Kanu Gohain, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much for your expert view on this, Kanu Gohain. We're going to continue to track this story, and we don't have an agenda here at India Today. We report the facts, we give you both sides of the story as it develops. And right now we can tell you that Air India has constituted a committee to look into the lizard in a food tray controversy.